Right, everybody calm down, let's not get over the top, but we're never losing another game of football ever again. Yo, what's poppin' people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. Come on in, get comfortable, we're getting used to these, mate. Clean sheets, taking W's constantly, the odd draw, but generally, well, not generally, we never lose! That's right, Chelsea 2, Everton 0. Yet another superb result against a good team and a clean sheet. Ooh, this is a massive result. Hold on, let's get hyped. This is a massive result. Dude, right. 1 point between us, just like there was Liverpool, pulling away from the top 4 contenders. Yes, I'm going to say it again. Only Minamino has scored against Chelsea as an opposition player. Just incredible. Everton, Tottenham, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, these are good teams. Granted, Liverpool are, but these are good teams. So Thomas Tuchel, not only is he undefeated and has generally mainly wins against, mid-lower table teams, also good teams. Chelsea are an excellent football club with an excellent squad, an excellent manager, and a decent footballing philosophy. We've arrived! Get comfortable, drop a like if you're excited and hyped for an excellent victory. Subscribe if you're new, hit that all-important bell notifications icon as we get into today's video. Right, goal scored by Godfrey, own goal, and penalty by Jorginho, which actually ultimately on paper sounds pretty underwhelming, but the truth is, in the game, that wasn't the case at all. Chelsea played very, very well, controlled the game via possession, as you would expect, but created some good chances, some superb combinations in the final third, and the man of the moment was Kai Havertz, who had a goal taken away from him from the ball kind of going there, so it could have been given, debatable with the t-shirt rule, but you can understand why it was taken away. Superb finish! The Godfrey own goal came from a lovely Chelsea move, ended by a Kai Havertz flick, which is a shame it wasn't his and it was taken away from him because he's playing so well, and of course he won the penalty that Jorginho converted. So in terms of attacking and the pointy end, Kai Havertz, it was the Kai Havertz show. Sticking to the same end from the other perspective, Jordan Pickford made an incredible amount of saves for Everton, and he was their man of the match. Rather frustratingly for Chelsea, because we should have had at least another goal, maybe another couple of goals. He was making save after... I look like a friggin' mime, man. He was very, very good. Looking at the XG philosophy now, Chelsea 2.9, Everton 0.28. We held them down to a 0.28, and we had an XG of around 3 goals. So I feel like we should have scored 3. It was because Pickford's great saves. A superb result for Chelsea Football Club. Let's take a look at that who scored graphic and see what went down. Carlo Ancelotti happy to play without the ball. Chelsea went with their 3-4-2-1. Mendy in goal. Zuma is introduced into the back 3, which I didn't see coming. Alonso did start at left wing back, which I did predict. Reece James started at right wing back. I thought it would be Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi was in the front 3. As predicted, we had Jovetic in the midfield. Kai Havertz comes into the team to play a sort of false 9 role with Timo Werner on his left. Sub appearances from Money Mason Mount, N'Golo Kante, and Christian Pulisic, who didn't get much of a chance to play. Superb from Chelsea, man. Absolutely incredible. Like I said, we kept him down to literally nothing in terms of XG. Some really calm and collected passing throughout the back. Superb in the midfield. And we did some beautiful combinational play into the final third. Some Germanic sensational link up between Werner and Kai Havertz early in the first half, looking really cool with some one-touch formation stuff, and the goal that ended up going in off Godfrey was a superb attacking move from Chelsea. This is a little bit more like it, playing a really difficult opponent in Everton that are in good form themselves. Not only are we defensively resolute as we have been, but looking a little bit more offensively, capable. Ancelotti is no mug, and they've had a good defensive record themselves of late, and they've got, their vital players back, no real injury problems. So this is a huge win for Chelsea Football Club. I'm absolutely gassed. So let's talk about who played well and go through player performances. Edouard Mendy in goals, looking good, man. Like I said, for me, it's all about him looking confident. He started confident, he looked well, it dipped a little bit and he looked a little bit wobbly, but you can tell when he exudes this positivity positivity, and he absolutely has that at the moment. He played well, as did the back three. Oh my god, Andreas Christensen made a John Terry-esque block. He's looking better and better and better and better, Andreas Christensen. If you ask me, I want him to get that contract extension now. That's been rumoured to be on the table, on the cards. Azpilicueta, very, very good as well. Zuma, the surprise inclusion. I think he looked a little bit lacking in confidence at times when having the ball, but ultimately he played well enough. He was good. He is a good player. We know that. He he met a header in the box. He's obviously very, very good for a goal and good in both boxes in terms of aerial duels. So I think he was decent. Alonso was okay. He combined. I suppose he got the assist, or the pre-assist, if you will, for Kai Havertz's assisting own goal, if that makes any sense. So Alonso, I wanted him to start this game. He did start. He also forced an own goal save from Pickford that, if another Chelsea player, you think we might have scored a goal there. So not amazing, but we know what he offers. I think, you wouldn't be surprised if Ben Chilwell's back in for the next game, the way things are. And I welcome that. But Alonso was good in this game. Similarly, Reece James, decent. You feel really safe when he's on that right wing back role in terms of defensive, being defensively resolute, and of course he always puts in beautiful crosses. But at the moment we're not meeting crosses, we're keeping the ball on the deck, which is fine by me, but Reece James is still very good. Jorginho started the game so well. Now he didn't necessarily have a bad game afterwards. He might have just trailed off a little bit and looked a bit vulnerable in transition, as is his inclination. But yeah, he started magnificently. He's such a dependable player in possession, Jorginho. I said it when we bought him from Sarri. He's so good at what he does. And we're lucky to have him, we're lucky to have him. He was superb. Kovacic was good. He wasn't doing these like one of his recent man of the match performances, and you understand why he came off for Kante and not Jorginho. But he was still very good, Kovacic. Similarly, Werner was not amazing, but he was generally good. He's still lacking that confidence. The way Werner plays and presses, receives the ball, and sometimes wins the ball back off the opposition in the 18-yard box, you think as soon as that switch goes in his head, Werner, and he gets his confidence back, that he's going to bury so many goals, because he's looking pretty decent and he makes all the right moves, the right pressures, the right combinations. It's just when it comes down to the final move with his confidence, that's the problem. But generally, he plays very well. I think Hudson-Odoi played well in this game. He combined well. He's very confident. He doesn't overplay. He doesn't necessarily go for goal himself always. He tries to find the pass, and he looks elite, Hudson-Odoi, isn't he? He might not have the productivity numbers at the moment, but Chelsea as a team need to gel a little bit more up top. But he's an elite footballer, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and you can absolutely see that on the pitch. Kai Havertz, man of the match for me. Everything attacking that we did well that actually came off obviously came from Kai Havertz. He's our record signing. I'll say it again. He's a Rolls Royce of a footballer. I don't think he has a problem with confidence like Timo Werner. For him, it's just gelling into the league and acclimatising, because he got really ill and he hasn't really had time to settle. 2 different managers, a global pandemic, new league, new country. I think Kai Havertz is just a magnificent player and will be excellent for Chelsea. Kante off the bench was excellent. Just what the doctor needed when you're 2-0 up. Everton must have hated that. He did some excellent offensive combinations too and nearly scored a goal, forced a save from Pickford, and he even got his head to a ball on a cross, which, if Pickford, after an amazing game with all those saves, if he concedes a header to N'Golo Kante at that late stage in the game, he wouldn't have been happy. Excellent from Kante. Mason Mount came on for a little cameo, looked very good indeed. You can imagine he was just being rested for this game. But yeah, it was nice to see him and Havertz play together in the front three, because they could both be 2 such influential players. To be honest, if they both stay in form, they might just end up both starting together rather than competing for each other's place, which is really interesting. And of course, Pulisic came on, didn't really get a chance to show what he's made of. Right, let's player performances. Let's wind down this video and talk about what this means. Chelsea are looking more and more like heavy favourites to finish in the top 4 of these performances. Sure, there's results happening around us, but Thomas Tuchel is yet to suffer a defeat while managing Chelsea. Like I said, I know I sound like a broken record, but to only concede that goal in terms of an opposition player to Minamino, and we had Zuma playing in the middle in that game, I believe, so the defence was all thrown out, and this was like a teething problem, a growing pain of Tuchel making selection choices. So it's really just incredible for Chelsea. I want to hear what you guys think, so get down in the comment section and let me know what you think of this result. Obviously it's massive. I'm gassed. Who do you think played well? What do you feel about the rest of the season? Let me know in the comments. Drop a like if you've enjoyed my take on the game. Subscribe if you're new. Enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.